Hi, we're out on the range today, so bear with gunfire you hear in the background. 22 long rifle ammunition, when fired from a rifle, will generate greater velocity than when fired from a handgun. Depending on the rifle, and depending on which handgun you're comparing it to, and depending on the ammo, that's going to be the case virtually without exception. Hollow point bullets are velocity-based. The faster you propel them, the more expansion you're going to get, up to a point. If you propel a hollow point bullet too slowly, it'll drop below what we call expansion threshold, a minimal velocity below which your expansion will become very little down to none. So the question is, will 22 hollow point bullets expand when propelled at handgun velocities? In my experience, yes, but recently I've heard a couple of people claiming that 22 hollow points won't expand at handgun velocities. Well, that's easy enough to test. I got some CCI Stinger hollow points, Mini Mag hollow points, got these Federal hollow points, I got some Remington Yellow Jackets. Let's shoot all of these through a handgun, see what kind of expansion we do get. Our targets today will just be 1-gallon water jugs, and behind them we've got our high-tech bullet stop, which is just 40 layers of fleece. Our test gun today will be this Ruger Mark III. It's loaded with 3 rounds of CCI Stinger, which is a 32 grain hollow point, and we'll shoot from 25 yards. Now I'm loaded with CCI Mini Mags, which are a 36 grain hollow point. Now I'm loaded with the Remington Yellow Jackets, which are a 33 grain truncated cone hollow point. Now we'll shoot the Federal ammunition, which is a 36 grain hollow point. Okay, we've recovered all our bullets from our high-tech bullet stop, and I've set up a couple more jugs. Now we know that, generally speaking, as your barrel gets shorter, your velocity gets less, and hypothetically at some point you will drop below expansion threshold. So what if we shot a .22 handgun with a really short barrel? The North American Arms Mini Revolver. This is a .22 long rifle, and it has a 1 1/8 inch barrel. I've got it loaded with the CCI Mini Mags, the 36 grain hollow point. I figure that's pretty typical. And I'm not going to shoot this from 20 yards because, to be perfectly frank, I don't think I can hit the water jug with this gun from that far. But I'll shoot it from 7 yards, and we'll see what happens. Well, we've recovered all the bullets. Let me show you a close-up of the results. The CCI Mini Mag 36 grain bullet had excellent expansion. The CCI Stinger, the 32 grain hollow point, had excellent expansion. The Remington Yellow Jacket, the 33 grain truncated cone bullet, had outstanding expansion. I've used this round quite a bit in small game hunting, like rabbits and squirrels, and I have been very impressed with the results. The only downside is the truncated cone hollow point bullet will not feed reliably in some autoloaders. Now this Federal ammunition, you can see, had terrible results. There was no expansion to speak of at all. This Federal ammunition is of decidedly lower quality than the others. About 5% of these rounds are just duds. They don't even go off. And about 10% are squib loads. They go off at a significantly lower velocity than they should. Now none of these were squibs, but still, this is a very poor ammunition. For our mini mags that we fired through the Mini Revolver, you can see that there's no expansion at all. So the idea that you can shorten the barrel to a point where it goes below expansion threshold is certainly true, if you go to extremes. So what's the bottom line? I think we've shown pretty clearly that unless you have an extremely short barrel or very poor quality ammunition, .22 hollow point bullets absolutely will expand at handgun velocities. So, as always, don't try this at home. I'm what you call a professional. And thanks for watching the 22 hollow point expansion video.